A very good morning, students. Let us continue the last part of this chapter, chapter number 7, non-cooperation movement. So far, we have studied about non-cooperation. Who gave this concept? That was Mahatma Gandhi ji. He gave this concept and so on. Now let us begin why this concept was non-cooperation was withdrawal, why it became withdrawal. Let's see. Then arrest of Gandhiji, constructive program, Swaraj Party, Simon Commission, death of Lala Lajpat Rai, Nehru report and Lahore session. Withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. The police firing on the peaceful procession led to the violence in Chauri Chora in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh, UP in February 1922. Now what happened here? A rally चल रही थी, शांति से चल रही थी, बट ऑल ऑफ सडन पुलिस स्टार्टेड फायरिंग. उन्होंने फायरिंग किया एंड दिस टर्न इनटू वायलेंस. यू नो व्हाट इज वायलेंस एंड नॉन वायलेंस? अहिंसा, not to harm any individual. So here violence started, they started firing, and in this incident 22 policemen were burnt alive by the enraged mob. Gandhiji was hurt by this incident, so he suspended the non-cooperation movement on 12th February 1922. So what happened here? He was hurt. Gandhiji को बहुत दुख हुआ because his principles were what? Based on truth, non-violence and satyagraha. So his principles, but this thing not happened there. Police started firing and that is the reason he was hurt and he suspended this. He stopped this non-cooperation movement. Arrest of Gandhiji. The charges were levied against Gandhiji for writing 3 anti-national articles in Young India. Now what happened here? First we have seen in the last chapters that न्यूज़पेपर्स वर बैन, प्रिंटिंग प्रेसेस वर बैन एक्सेट्रा. जो भी ब्रिटिश के खिलाफ कुछ भी लिखते थे उनको बैन करते थे. सो यूर ऑल्सो व्हेन गांधी जी रोट समथिंग अबाउट दिस सिचुएशन, he was being given some charges and he was being arrested for 6 years. He was arrested in March 1922 and imprisoned for 6 years. His trials, उनकी तारीख कोर्ट में बुलाना was conducted in special court at Ahmedabad. Later he was released on the health grounds. So he was released afterwards because of his health issue. After his release from prison, so when he was released from prison, Gandhi ji जब जेल से छूट गए, he undertook different programs. What were those programs? It included propagation of स्वदेशी खादी कपड़ों का, स्वदेशी कपड़ों का इस्तेमाल करना, दैट इज प्रोपोगेशन मतलब प्रचार किया. हिंदू मुस्लिम यूनिटी, इरेडिकेशन ऑफ अनटचेबल्स एंड प्रोहिबिशन ऑफ अल्कोहल. सो दिस प्रोग्राम उन्होंने मुहिम हाथ में लिए और ही स्टार्टेड वर्किंग आउट फॉर दिस. इट स्ट्रेंथन द नेशनल मूवमेंट इन रूरल एरियाज. गांव एरिया में ज़्यादा जोर से ये programs हो रहे थे. It became more stronger in those areas. Swaraj Party. Many leaders of Indian National Congress put an idea of contesting elections and obstructing the work of British. Now what happened here? Many leaders in Indian National Congress, what they told? We will contest an election. Election रखेंगे हम ताकि ब्रिटिश का काम में हम बाधा डाल सकते हैं. So Swaraj Party was formed in 1922. Which party was formed? Swaraj Party. Many of the leaders like Pandit Motilal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malviya, N.C. Kelkar, Lala Lajpat Rai were elected to the Central Legislative Assembly and Provincial Legislative Council. So these people got elected. वो election जीत गए and they got elected to the Central Legislative Assemblies. Work of Swaraj Party in Central. Now what was their work? Oppose unjust policy of the government. जो भी policies which are not good policies made by the British, their job was to oppose them. उनके खिलाफ ना करना उनको. Then they demanded for the responsible government to be given to the India. पूरा जो कारभार है इंडिया का गवर्नमेंट का वो पूरे इंडियंस को देना. That was the second demand which they put forth. For this they called up a round table conference. You know when Parliament sits, the prime minister, presidents and all the ministers, they sit and discuss with different issues. So that is called conference. They sit together. So here also a round table conference was held, demanded to release of political leaders. Now certain political leaders कैदी में थे, कैद हुए थे, तो उनको छोड़ने का डिमांड उन्होंने किया. Many resolutions were passed. बहुत सारी चीज़ मांगी. We demanded for so many things. Many resolutions were passed in the Central Legislative Assembly but were rejected by the government. But government did not accept these resolutions. They rejected those. Then Simon Commission to specify the discontent among the people, and because of this people were unhappy because not even one demand was accepted. So what is to make them satisfied act, the British government appointed a Simon Commission. तो लोगों को समाधान करने के लिए सर्टिफाइड के लिए एक कमेटी स्टार्ट किया, साइमन कमीशन, अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ सर जॉन साइमन इन 1927. But the Congress boycotted the commission because there was not a single Indians in it. So no Indians took part in this. No Indians became the member of this commission. And people started shouting, strongly protest, and they started shouting, Simon, go back. Simon, go back, wherever it went. So wherever they went, they started shouting and telling you, Simon, go back. Death of Lala Lajpat Rai. He was one of the extremist leader, as we know. Lala Lajpat Rai led the demonstration at Lahore against Simon Commission. So when Simon Commission, this is what it was taking when people were protesting against this commission. Lala Lajpat Rai was also part of it. The police lathi charge, lathi se unhe mara gaya in the demonstration. The police officer named Saunders attacked Lalaji with lathi. So उन्हें लाठी से मारा गया. And after the attack of Lalaji, he said, जब उन्हें मारा गया तो what he said, every blow on my body will prove a nail मतलब किला in the coffin of the British Empire. मरने के बाद जो जिसमें हम दफनाते हैं, I'm not talking about Muslims, they burnt, but जो Christians हैं, Muslims हैं, I don't think so. Muslims also use that graveyard. So that box is used. So coffin उसे बोलते, coffin में दफनाना. So British Empire. So what is this trying to tell you? लाला लाजपत राय ने कहा था कि मेरे शरीर पर पड़ी एक एक लाठी ब्रिटिश सरकार के ताबूत में एक एक कील का काम करेगी. मीन्स वो जो कॉफिन रहता है वो बंद करने के लिए कीले लगाने लगते. सो वो जितने भी उन्होंने मुझे मारा है वो एक एक उनके कॉफिन में लगाने के लिए कीला हो जाएगा. सो लालाजी क्लम टू द डेथ ड्यू टू द इंजरी. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस इंजरी ही वॉज डेथ. नेहरू रिपोर्ट. Birkenhead, the Secretary of State of India, criticized that Indian leaders were incapable of drafting unanimously accepted constitution for India. Now, unanimously मतलब एक मत से उन्होंने ऐसा कहा कि इंडियन कैपेबल नहीं है कि ये स्वीकार करने के लिए, एक मत नहीं है वो. There is no unity in them. So he told this, and this challenge was taken up by all party committee under the chairmanship of Pandit Motilal Nehru. So they wanted to show, no, we are capable, हम काबिलियत हैं. So this committee, they came together under the chairmanship of Pandit Motilal Nehru. Proposals in Nehru report proposed that India should get self-government. So that was put forth. And then implementation of adult franchise system. Adult franchise system in voting system should be started. Elections. Linguistic divisions of the provisions. So the states, now we see Maharashtra state, we speak mostly in Marathi. Gujarat, Gujarati. Punjab, Punjabi. So what they do, linguistic division. भाषा के ऊपर divisions किए जाएंगे. Provisions will be divided based on the languages. So Lahore session, Congress accepted the Nehru report and warned the government that it would launch a civil disobedience movement if they did not accept the Nehru report by the end of the year 1929. उनको ताकीद दिया, उनको warn किया, यदि 1931, that is 1929 को आप अगर ये रिपोर्ट एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते, इफ़ यू डोंट एक्सेप्ट दिस रिपोर्ट, देन वी विल स्टार्ट अ न्यू मूवमेंट कॉल्ड सिविल डिसओबीडियंस, मीन्स नॉट टू ओबी. On this background, the Lahore session of Indian National Congress was held. It was presided over by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The Congress affirmed the objectives of dominant status and it was not accepted by many young leaders. They demanded complete independence. अभी हमें पूर्ण स्वराज चाहिए. आधा ये लो आधा काम करो यहाँ पे दे नो दे डिमांडेड फॉर द कंप्लीट स्वराज Pandit Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose and other young leaders got a resolution called a Purna Swaraj was passed. It was decided to observe 26th January 1930 as the Independence Day. On this day, people took pledge and attained lot of things. They took pledge and they accepted the thing that is Purna Swaraj. We will have Purna complete independence. Took the pledge from the British by non-violence. So they did not use any violence method. They took the pledge and they accepted. In the next chapters, we'll be seeing what next movements came. That is civil disobedience. What फिर भी उनको वो मूवमेंट स्टार्ट करना पड़ा क्योंकि ब्रिटिशर्स ने वो भी मांग पूरी नहीं की एंड दैट विल बी स्टडिंग इन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर विच विल बी देयर फॉर द यूनिट टेस्ट ओके our semester chapter of history are over. I'll be starting with civics chapter soon. Write down your notes, go through your videos, solve the assignments. Thank you students, stay safe.